Hello everyone and welcome to my Ascension messages. My name is Bobbie Richardson and I will be your guide for today. Today I'm going to do a general tarot reading for the next month. So whenever you see this is for the next month, but we are going to focus on October at the moment because that's the next month for us. We've just started October here. Okay. Don't forget after this general reading, I do free chat bar readings as well. Open the chat bar, 2 free chat bar readings on Thursday. And also before I start or we start, my team and I have created a school on Patreon, and it's called AMAKEL, a new reality school, and it's all to do with learning how to use your intuition. So there's a lot of different games that I've put together for you guys. It's exciting. There's free games there as well if you want to go have a look at them, you know, just as a free joining. And then there's going to be way more coming. So I'm really excited to share all these really cool ideas that my team, my Pleiadian team and I got together and created. Okay, let's get into this next month though for the general. We'll go from there. Hey Sky, good morning to you in the chat bar already. I love my team. By the way, I think I found a home. Well, I pretty much have found a home. So I'm so excited that that's happened so quickly and so easily. I love that. Okay, so it really does work because 2 days before I found the home, I just went, that's it. I'm really thinking positively here. I'm just going to let go of all of the self-doubts and everything, and I started empowering myself, and that started to make a big difference. So just to let you guys know, through this next month especially, there is opportunities coming up before the cards even fall out. There's opportunities coming up that are going to allow you to really feel into your empowerment and see yourself through the eyes of source energy and what source energy is like within you. And that means that means anything is possible, right? Anything is possible. So pull that in and start trusting it and let those little doubts fall away. Okay, I haven't even had anything fly out yet. Really interesting. Maybe I had to say that first. Okay, here we go. As soon as I said that, some fell out. Hey Arnie, hey Gio, good to see you guys. We have one that's flipped back in the pack. Okay, I will take that. Actually, two together flip back in the pack. So we have a few that's fallen out here. We've got the Hangman. I really feel that this one's giving us an opportunity to see life through a different perspective, a different lens. And that's what I was just talking about. Like, we get so used to thinking, you know, of that negative Nelly thing, thinking, you know, that we're protecting ourselves. And it's very much a pattern. And for us to flip out of that, we literally have to turn our inside out kind of thing and go, you know what, I'm going to try something completely different here. He's hanging upside down, right? He's trying something completely different, and he's not afraid to feel like a fool to do it, remembering that any inner journey or any inner thoughts I'm really getting tongue twisted this morning, nobody else knows about. So this is all within you. So you cannot look like a fool if you're starting to change something up within yourself. This is coming out. Next one was the Four of Pentacles. This could be a month of just, they're saying harvesting your wealth, or looking at your physical money for some reason, usually this comes out as another way, but I'm feeling it with this one, like just looking at it and not overprotecting it, but being at least in line with what you need to use it for, and what you don't need to worry about. Something to do with just observing your wealth this month, observing it, looking at it from a perspective of, I don't need to hold on to it because I know and I trust myself to bring whatever in, but you don't want to also just flaunt it and let it go either. They're showing me that there's a small fable or story or whatever where someone's in a boat and they're lost at sea and they were told that God was going to help them, and then some other ship comes up, tries to save them, and they say, no, don't worry about it, God's going to help me. And then another boat comes along and tries to save them, no, God's going to help me. And third time, it's like, hello, guys, you have got that finances now for that specific thing. See it as the gift that is coming in, and use it wisely for that. So there's something to do with that this month as well, just checking up on your finances and making sure that they're in a place that's in benefit for you and your physical self as you move along. Also, another message that's coming in through with the financing side of it is humanity is moving up in consciousness to recognizing that the wealth on this planet is going to shift from what's in your bank account to what can we grow, and that sort of thing as well. So because they're showing me the back of this, where everything, like the towers are full, kind of like, they look to me like they're dying, they're all like faded in the background, and it's like that old reality is falling away. And to just be aware of that alignment with yourself, of what is of true value to you in this month. We also have the Wheel of Fortune, but it's come in reverse. And that came out with that Four of Pentacles as well. So the Wheel of Fortune is usually, we're ready for a new cycle. So there could be parts of yourself that it's kind of like, they show me to go inwards and find stillness within oneself, because there could be parts of yourself through this next month where you're like still holding on to the old, and yet this is a major turn for a lot of us where we're moving into a whole new cycle, and it can show up like the wheel is going to turn anyway. The wheel is going to shift, it's going to turn. So if you're still holding on to something that you think you need to hold on to, as it turns, you get stretched and pulled and all that sort of thing. And it still keeps on turning, and you feel like you're getting tighter and tighter, like that rubber band is just getting tighter. So be aware of if it's feeling anxiousness or something, there's something there that you need to let go of as the wheel turns, because it always wants to turn in your favor, because that is the next stage of your life as you move up in an evolutional way into something higher. We also have the Six of Wands here, and this Victories. Now this one and this one popped back into the actual deck but it flipped over when I was shuffling. So I'm going to take that into account. So we have the Six of Wands and we have the Two of Swords in reverse. So the blindfolds are coming off, the decisions are to be made, and that a new choice to be made. This is at your advantage point to use the energies at the moment, the energies with the eclipses and everything that's going on astrologically. Not that I follow any of that, I only know that there's eclipses, but to use the eclipses to allow a new perspective to shift you from the way that you see how you feel differently when you are feeling in line with yourself. There's a chance here to really to really pull it into focus. And someone was saying, although I think it's a bit longer than this, if you hold a focus for 17 seconds or something, then it becomes a reality. If you even keep that in the back of your head, then you can release or relax because you've held it for 17 seconds. They're saying it's actually the perspective that you see that on. And even if you want to have it in a time zone for your logical brain to go, yes, see, 17 seconds, then so be it, 17 seconds is enough. That's interesting that they say that. But they said you could actually use 6 seconds or 30 seconds, or you could use, if I hold that focus for half an hour, and then my logical mind is going to say yes to that. Yes, so it's actually in the acceptance of that, of yourself believing in something, that it actually comes to fruition and comes to the truth in your reality, and you start showing up for you. Yeah, so that's another little story there to help you out with these new energies at the moment. Good morning, Liz and Diana. Okay, let's keep going. We want to get some clarifiers as well with these. Is there any more messages? Yeah, I thought that there was first before we get clarifiers. Oh my gosh, now everything seems to be falling out. Okay, we have the High Priestess in reverse. Sorry, they're showing me. Like a dive into oneself, like the higher self diving into oneself and feeling comfortable in this physical world, like the psychicness of yourself, feeling comfortable in who you are now, seeing yourself as that psychic person, but learning to feel comfortable as the High Priestess of yourself. 9 of Swords is also in reverse. So here we are, finishing up these negative, when you wake up in the middle of the night and you think negatively about something and you can't shake it from your head. Sometimes it's best also to write it down and say, once I write it down, I don't need to keep repeating it in my head. So then I will remember that I just have to look at that writing in the morning, and that will remind me of what I need to do, because sometimes our logical brain is like giving us this spiel of, I'm going to forget, so I'm going to have to keep on remembering, remember, and then you just keep on going around in circles in your head on that same subject, and you get tenser and tenser about it. Even if it is something that you have to face in the morning, something that you have to, a challenge of yours that you know that you have to face, feel into the power of yourself too, and say, what would a powerful me feel like, instead of having this going over and over in my mind. So just be aware of that as through this next month as well. We also have the 9 of Wands. So the 9 of Swords and the 9 of Wands is upright. He's standing there. They are telling me though that this, even though it's not a victory card, but the 6 of Wands is here, it does give that sort of sense to me of, I've done enough. Okay, be proud of yourself this month. Like the things that you have achieved and where you're going, be proud of yourself. Say you're, how far you've come. Maybe even look back on how far you have come a little bit this month. We also have the 2 of Pentacles. It was on its side. I'm just going to put it upright though. The 2 of Pentacles. Decisions to be made, balancing oneself out. Libra, being that it's October for this month, if you do see this in the future, take it as a grain of salt for the fact that it'll be to do with balancing oneself out, and for the benefit of you. You're the central point. They're pointing this out. You're the central point of the balance. So you need to feel comfortable, and he feels so comfortable that he can do this standing on one leg, right? So we need to feel comfortable with our choices that we make for ourselves, remembering that if you start to feel comfortable, it is for the benefit of others as well, this month. So I want to clarify these. Who am I going to clarify with? What deck shall I use? We'll use these ones with the palaces in them. Hey Diane, I think I said hey Diane, I'm not sure, Diana. Okay, here we go. If you feel like going, I'm getting this feeling of withdrawing a little bit just so that you can collectively come together to find the balance within yourself as well, just to allow that to happen. And they're also saying to me, new advantages are coming, new advantages. You'll start to see them because of the balance that you find within yourself. It'll start to show up for you, but you'll start to see them. They were always around you because all possibilities are always around you, surrounding you. But when you come into alignment of yourself, it's like you become the magnet, and then everything else that is in alignment with that beautiful thinking that you have becomes the magnet towards you and wants to gift you what you're actually looking for. So then the advantages seem to show up. Okay, let's clarify for this month, please. Clarify and extended story even for the next following month for the general that watches this, please. Any additional messages too would be great. Okay. Couple that kind of things seem to be a little there might be a bit of that kind of feeling this month where you're like, I'm doing it, where's the world taking me? Where's my universe taking me? Where's my higher self taking me? Where's the soul taking me? It feels a little bit I've got this, but oh my gosh, I have to trust so much. So we have 4 cards that have come out here. We have the 9 of coins. See, advancements coming. I love it when I say something and then the cards reflect that. So yeah, this is also you coming into alignment for this advancements to come in and finding peace within yourself, because she's holding a dove. And doves represent peace, peace of mind. Literally, that even saying, even when they're talking about, doves in religious senses and all that, is actually to do with finding peace within oneself. Interesting that they're bringing that up. Okay, and then we have the 10 of Swords, but it's in reverse. Yippee! So all of those knives that other people have put in your back is going to be released. This is an absolute opportunity this month to release and let go and trust. And I know that this does come up quite a bit in some of these readings, but the energies are very much so for you to no longer be playing that victimized game anymore. Really standing in your power more and realizing the wounds are even healed, like 10 of Swords, the knives are falling out, the wounds, you've healed so much of yourself. You can recognize when something's coming towards you that's not in alignment with you now, and so you can stand proud of your achievements. We also have the Knight of Wands coming in, so some a fast-moving action towards something might come up this month as well, where all of a sudden we realize where we're going and we feel that clarity. The Knight knows what he's doing. He has clarity and he charges ahead. So, and that was kind of, it was over in the future, but I'm feeling that it goes underneath the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. So finding clarity will actually charge you ahead and give you that feeling of, now I know what I'm doing. I'm moving towards what I know is right for me, no matter what somebody else is saying. So maybe someone else might come into your reality this month and go, you should be doing this. What are you doing? You should be doing, the old game, playing the old game, because that's what they're playing. And you're like, that's almost like a test to see whether you are going to stand in your power and say, no, I know what I'm doing. And once you've taken those reins back and gone, sorry, not listening to that, because you're just reflecting what my logical mind keeps on telling me, and I'm not listening to that either, then you'll have this absolute clarity, and then the universe goes, oh, they have clarity. Right, we know where they're going, boom, and then it happens for you, kind of like me moving into a home, and all of a sudden, boom, there it was. I mean, it just happened last night, so. And then we have, yay, the Nine of Cups. So this is celebrations coming in as well, and like the grapes represent abundance as well for you and receiving. They're saying, don't forget, when you're in a receiving mode, there is no control in that. You just allow it to come in, and as soon as we start receiving, if we start to try to control it, oh, I'm not really worth that much, or that person shouldn't give me that much, and all that sort of stuff, then you're all of a sudden flipping out of the receiving feminine mind, and you're going back into that logical masculine, I have to control my outside world to make myself feel comfortable mind. So be aware of that through this month as well. Okay, what else have we got here? Lots of reverses. Yes, Sky. I think it's because they're wanting us to go into a lesson to change things up from within ourselves, to try something different. That was not working before. Really see it for what it is. No resistance, letting it go, because you can't. If you have resistance towards something, you've already hooked into it. And then whatever's not working for you or hasn't been working for you, allow it. Just trust that no resistance is going to give you the opportunity. And that's not, that's quite the opposite of what we've been taught. We've been taught that if we want to control something, we have to push or pull or manipulate or control, or make sure it goes this way, and make sure everyone else outside of us goes that way too, and that sort of thing. And now they're saying no, to be in sync with these energies that are aligning with us, to go into these higher vibrations and ascend more. We need to pull back and then become the least resistance towards that we're not wanting, and allow the flow of the receiving, the handouts to show themselves, and then not allow that blockage right at the last minute to come in and go, yeah, but I always feel comfortable with not having, or oh, this isn't really going to happen, it's just teasing me, or that sort of mind talk comes in at the last second, and then you end up self-sabotaging it. So it's a month where we can learn to know right to the end, push through. A gift has been handed to you, and then you might get the anxiety of, but if I go for it, I'm going to give myself a little bit of an example here, because they are bringing that up. I don't like to use myself as an example because it gets a bit personal sometimes, but just before I went to see, I had an opportunity. Somebody came in and said, I've got the perfect house for you. And it was a stranger. I didn't know them. And straight away in my head, stranger danger. And they had made a time for me to go see it, but it was like dark. And I'm like, oh my God, I have to do this on my own in the dark. And so I started to get a little bit of anxiety, whether, am I putting myself in a good position here or not? And I just kept feeling intuitively, no, push through, push through. This is just your logical mind trying to sabotage something good coming in. But I still, you're still dealing with that, right? And I pushed through, and I met this wonderful, wonderful person, and perfect opportunity for myself. So, and I just came just in front of somebody else who wanted it as well. So, yeah, just remember that this month is to do with us almost like, well, we are grounding these opportunities coming in, but we have to kind of allow ourselves to see where the self-sabotage that you usually do is, and what that is, trusting that you're now being taken to the right place for yourself, because you can trust yourself in these new energies because of the karmic relationship you have to yourself of, I always come from my heart, I always do the best for everyone, I always have. That is your support. That's the bottom of your bucket as you move forward. So yeah. Okay, here we go. Animal cards. Animal cards. We've got a bunch of animal cards that fell out together here. We have dare, love. I love that. I mean, so many people that watch me know, you know, we're all in this together, right? And you guys, you all do. You have great hearts and you just want the best for everything and every opportunity for everyone in the end. Just be gentle with yourself. It actually says be gentle with yourself. You heal with the power of love. See the light in all things. See the light in all things. And I think this is to do with that opportunity coming up. And then loving yourself and going, you know what, sometimes we have to push through that mental thought that we've been used to. That's a self-sabotaging thought. Then we have dragonfly magic, and I literally feel like magic's coming in for this month. The lotus leaf is, you know, grown from mud, and it sprouts into the most incredible flower, but it holds magic. Literally, if you have lotus, in Egyptian times, they had lotus potions, and they ended up going into such a serene, beautiful feeling that they would dance everywhere and just feel free with the world and that sort of thing. And this dragonfly is free to travel wherever he wants to go. You can go backwards, forwards, upside down, anywhere. He's free to fly wherever. And I think that this magic that's coming in for us is a sense of freedom coming in. And we also have self-reliance and snow leopards. So this is you coming into your power this month and understanding that when you come into your power, magic does happen because you are taking responsibility for the choices that you're starting to make now. Walk with the shamans. Use your intuition and let your life unfold in silent perfection. Like anything that is of power doesn't need to scream and be heard and all that sort of stuff. They just silently sit there in power, and anyone that walks up just knows the assertiveness of this power of this leopard. You know, it's not a kitty cat to go up and pat. And the only way that you could responsibly go up to that beautiful panther is through the innocence of self. And that's why a lot of little kids and that can just walk up and pull their ears and they do nothing because they're just coming through from their own authentic innocence. And that's a valuable lesson for this month, is we find that authentic innocence within us is actually gifting us the power to be resilient in this month, the strength that we might need to move forward. I trust myself in all my decisions. I've put this beautiful story out to the universe. I've asked for it to come back to me, and now it's showing up. And I trust the fact that when I put that out to the universe, I put it out from love. I put it out from the love of myself and without fear. So the energy that has been put out is enough for me to know that I'm stable and strong to take the receiving end of the gift coming back to me. Yeah, that's really cool too. I like that. Okay. Geo, beautiful confirmation for me, Bobby. You've been saying everything I've been doing recently. Isn't that awesome? I think that's so cool. Yeah, how that happens. That, you know, we collectively start to just move together, especially when we're in each other's energy like this every week. the collective starts to move together. It's so cool. That's why I call you guys my family, because it's such a great reflection. I've had so much support. Oh yeah, don't forget to go and have a look at my Patreon. The links are down below. Yeah, and for my AMAKEL New Realities School. Just wanted to plug that in there a little bit. You'll love it, you'll love it, you'll love it, because there's going to be so many games coming, so many. I've already put up a few. And there's a couple there that are free as well, okay, for the public. Let's get back into the general message for this month, please. Give us some more messages through for this month. Please and thank you. General messages for this month, please. Is there any advice? Any advice you'd like to give yet? I felt like I had to ask a question. One more shuffle, because I felt like something wants to come through. Any advice? Well, we have one that's flipped out for sure. Yeah, we're learning to create this. We're learning to step into the new earth frequencies. So this is saying divine presence, the force of love and creation. We're learning how to do this. This is us stepping into our own new earth experience, our own new earth bodies, our own bringing in our soul alignment, recognizing the patterns of our minds and what's serving us and what's not. This month is bringing you into stepping through portals into new realities, because you are becoming that first. So you're the walking, talking 5D new earth experience. And with that divine presence within yourself, you end up loving this world. You just start loving this world. And with loving this world, the world sees that, sees through the eyes of that love that you've sent out and sends it back. So it's like if you adore a plant, that's why singing to a plant and that sort of thing, because you adore it, it flourishes. Just like a child, if you adore and you love that child, it flourishes. It feels that feeling of meeting oneness in itself and the reflection of you. And so all that outside of you starts to come back and starts to gift you things as well. 44 too. That beautiful number that does show up. You might see 444 this month, giving you that clarity of, yes, you're on the right path for this month as well. Geo sends a rainbow and a peace dove, and it's Geo Pegasus 444. Oh, thanks, Geo. That's so funny. Hey, Mona, good to see you. Here we go. Anything more, please, for this month coming in the energies and helping us out through these energies? Is there any lessons or anything? Now everything kind of fell again. Yeah, okay, so we have one that flew out over there, personal guide, guardian angel and spirit family. So you might feel a little bit, they're protecting you anyway, so you might feel a little closer. The more that you love who you are, the more they can protect you anyway, because it's literally the reflection of that love that you have for yourself. And they come through that love, let's just call it portal. They come through that love source energy alignment to you. So the more that you love yourself, the more that they can actually protect you. So your loving yourself is actually protecting you in many different aspects of yourself, from your higher self through to, 5D, 4D, 3D, and so forth. And they're even going further than that, 2D, 1D. I don't know why, but It's full cycle, they said. Full cycle at 1D, it's just one point of existence, love itself, going on a journey again. So interesting. That's why it goes all the way from 1 through to 9. And then 9 is that point of never-ending returning back to self. Oh my gosh, I've lost my voice. Excuse me. But also that a card that fell out right down in front of me was currents of emotions, uncontrolled feelings. So whenever you do start to lose yourself in these moments where, and there can be moments where you're just like, oh my God, I feel tense, allow the emotion to flow. Allow it to flow, and then take a deep breath, and then ask to feel into the empowerment of you. These things happen, and don't get down on yourself. It's actually helping you push through. The worst thing that can happen is stagnation. The worst thing that can happen is I'm going to repress all my emotions, and I'm not going to show up. I'm not going to show any of them. I'm going to hold on to all this old story and baggage, and I'm just going to keep holding it and holding it, holding it. And then what happens is you're not emotionally vulnerable, and so your muscles start to tense up, and that's where, if it tenses up too much, you get sick, because any contraction like that, and you try to hold on to that for as long as possible, will end up having seizing up, or muscles getting sick, or organs getting sick, or whatever it is. And usually there's a mind thought within our thinking that is connected to certain organs of the body as well. Interesting. So there's a lot of healing in the fact that we allow the release to happen. If you're feeling emotional, it could be just for a moment. Just allow it to happen, and then the next moment you're all happy again. Kids do that all the time. I know I do that all the time. I can just be driving, and all of a sudden there's a wave of emotion. I start crying. I'm like, oh my God, I'm feeling into a victim me again. And then the next minute I take a deep breath, and I'm like, oh, I'm all happy again. It's just, but releasing the emotion is at least allowing things to flow, because it's otherwise it's penting up, and you don't want it to pent up this month. So don't be too hard on yourself if you do have to cry. It's fine. Celtic solar eclipse in Libra today. Powerful day for relationships of all types. Watch for overhype by the media. Well, it was the second yesterday, so I don't know if it's the second or the third. Must be happening right now. But I definitely had a breakthrough yesterday. Finding my new herb. Okay. I don't know why I'm shuffling again, but I'm shuffling again, so we'll just do that. I wasn't expecting to pull these cards back up again, but something's obviously wanting to come out, so we'll go with that. Yep, just flew out. Beautiful. Don't know what it is yet. Okay, and one card that's already flipped over. I'll grab that one too. So we have here, okay, we have the Queen. Okay, we have the Queen of Wands. So this is motivation and action for the feminine side of ourselves, grounding our feminine side into this physical body, that, allowing our intuition to have a say, moving forward with strong sense of knowing where you're going, that sort of thing. And then we have the King of Coins. So becoming this is allowing the abundance to flow and be showing up in a masculine way, allowing the abundance to actually come into your reality, so that you can actually see these gifts starting to form, starting to come in. Remember, things are meant to flow. If you are stuck in the mud with your past in your mind, try as much as you can to just wash your hands of it and ask for this new journey to just develop. Even if it starts to show up signs of the past, remember it's a new energy that we're moving into, and it is leading you through your heart's compassion for yourself and self-love from all the shadow work that you've done into a higher frequency, and that's enough. Okay, any other cards that want to speak to us today before we move on? Higher frequency cards, let's do those. Okay, Celtic, yeah, East Coast North NY time. So it was yesterday for those in Australia, but it is happening at a specific time. So it must be around this general time, right? Yeah, because the eclipses are powerful energies to move through into different perspectives. That's what I'm feeling, or different. That they're saying, I don't know why they're saying this word, but I'm going to say it, obligations to oneself. Obligations to oneself is coming up with this. And that's, okay, they're showing me that balance card again, coming into balance with oneself again. I don't know where that card was, but I'm sure there was a card that was to do with balance. Yeah, can't find it. Anyways, so that card, oh, there it is. Found it. Yeah, obligations to oneself and finding balance within one's own life through this transformation. It makes sense because it's in the sign of Libra, right? Making the choices for yourself. Okay, let's see what these high dimension cards are going to spit out. And it just spat one out as I said that. Okay, well, we've got one card that's come out. Trust the timing. Trust the wave you came in on. Time is not running out. Oh, I like that one, because that's one of those feelings that so many of us have had in the past, and I'm sure that there's some out there that still have this kind of feeling of timing running out. But when you're living in the moment, there is no such thing. It is just a frequency alignment with who you are in the moment, in the moment, in the moment, in the moment. So you're only feeling like you're running out when you're coming from it from a logical point of view of, I need to rush and I need to do this. I have to have all this done before this happens, rah, 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 rah. That you will find that if you're in alignment with yourself and in the moment and you're not ready, then the goal that you're attaining to, if you're not ready, if you're living in the moment, will be pushed back until you are ready. And then you when you align with it, you will catch up to it. It will just happen together like that. It wasn't until I was starting to feel ready to move on that everything started to fall into place for me to move on, that sort of thing. So timing actually isn't a logical factor. It is a frequency alignment, and it's totally different. That's just your logical mind telling you that you need to rush to do something. It's before it happens. And all that does is bring up the fear of it coming to you too soon. And so the universe brings it to you too soon before you're ready for it. Yeah, powerful lesson right there. Okay. Any more cards? I'm just going to split the deck on this deck. Dreams. Watch your dreams this month as well. So there might be some powerful dreams aligning you with what's coming next too. And giving you a bit more awareness of they're telling me of what abundance means to you as well. So that's just a sideline message there. I think we will wrap it up here for the general reading. Thank you so much. And now we'll open up the chat bar for free chat bar readings. If you're leaving me here, thank you very much for being part of this. And please don't forget to press like and subscribe if you haven't. I keep forgetting to say that. If you are carrying on, these messages that I'm going to do for the chat bar reading might be for you as well. Okay, here we go. Also, don't forget to please check out my Patreon. It's free to join. You don't have to join with the payments or anything. Although if you do, you'll get a lot more games. That's all. but you'll love these games. They're really cool, and they just give you a chance to exercise your intuition. There's going to be similar ones, like same imagery, but I make different choices and stuff so that you don't know which one you've chosen, and I've made them very much the same cover and everything so that you don't know which one you've chosen. But I have categorized it into beginners, intermediate, and advanced, although the intermediate and advanced are for the paying people. So yeah, so that's how I've done it at this moment. I would love you to be part of that beautiful family, because I know it's going to be an awesome family in the end, and I'm never going to stop. By the way, because I love doing them. They're fun. Okay, guys. Also, yeah, you can book a reading with me, a Zoom call, one-on-one reading with me. If you wish, the links are down below, or you can go to codes2anewreality.com. Thank you so much, Celtic, for sharing that link in the chat bar. And I have such a beautiful family. You guys are always there for me. It's just so beautiful. Okay, here we go. Let's open up for the chat bars. Okay, we'll go Geo first. Geo, do we want this? No, do we want this? No, we want this. No, we want this. Sorry, I just had to feel into both packs because I was going between in my head. Geo, please. Messages for Geo at the moment, please. It's going to help Geo ascend, become aware of what's coming next. Any of those questions answered for Geo. I'm really finding that the cards aren't falling as much, and then one fell out. Geo, there's a leap of faith you have to take. They're asking you to take a leap of faith. It's a story that's coming up with this card. Standing on the precipice, shaking. Do I take this leap of faith? Stay there until you feel confident about jumping, and then jump. When you feel confident within yourself, then jump. For some reason, they're bringing up this dog too that's at the side here, and I'm like, is the dog gonna jump? Loyal friend, somebody with as a friend coming with you, or a friend, you leaving a friend, or because I'm like, is the dog gonna jump or is it not gonna jump? But you have to do what's right for you. It's more important at the moment. And the rest will follow, they said anyway. So take that as you want. But yeah, that full card just flipped out. So there might be something coming for you where you need to make a leap of faith. This is going to bring you into a whole new you too. Understanding that you always will be supported when you take, because you supported yourself before you took the leap. Yeah, I don't think any other cards, no, just as I said that, are going to come up, and then one flips out. So we have the Seven of Pentacles. So this is like harvesting or getting ready to harvest something, work that you've done. Is it time to harvest? Is it not? Yeah, I'm feeling a little bit with this card, a little bit confused as to, like, she's got nothing in her basket. So maybe it's because that energy that you've put out to the universe is wanting to come back to you, and you reap the rewards. But if you're in a general what's that word? When you're in a way where you're thinking, I'm not sure if I should, if I'm ready for this or not. And the same feeling I got with that full card of standing on the edge, a little bit nervous whether to jump or not. Something to do with rewards coming into you. Just be aware of all that anyway this month, because it could be some opportunities that they are saying, no, it is time. like move from the 7 to the 8 of Pentacles and start harvesting. Okay, next person. I can get carried away sometimes. Okay, Arnie. Arnie, please. I'm starting to feel a bit cold. I might just put my jersey on. Well, honestly, I was shuffling the cards, right? And then the last 2 cards flipped into my fingers like this. So I'm going to take those 2 cards for you. Excuse me. I am feeling a little chilly and I don't like that feeling. So you'll have to excuse me while I put on my jumper. Okay, so we have Justice card come up. Oh, wow. Like, look at she's holding the scales, right? She has that blindfold on and there's choices to be made here. When we take the blindfold off, we see. But then she sees from the inner self out too. She's holding the scale, Libra scale. So this eclipse moon might be affecting you quite a bit, like a fair whack of transformation going on down here. And then we have the 4 of Swords in reverse. This is usually contemplation, meditation, staying still because you've gone through the mill, just being in a kind of a waiting point where you're waiting for the next move to happen. But in reverse, I'm actually seeing this as actually more of a feeling of, I see those swords, and I don't want to become part of it anymore. So you start to see beyond the old program and allowing this balance to come in, choosing what's going to feel good for you again. So really, I think that general reading was really good for you for this month coming, and the energies, to play around with those energies and play around with your thoughts as well, and see if you can change things up. Hey Javier, I'm late. That's all right. Okay. Kelly. Good morning, Kelly, by the way. Kelly. Kelly. Kelly, please. Okay, we have 1 coming out. And then 2 coming out. We have the 2 of Cups. Meeting somebody, a like-minded person who has the same, who reflects the same choices you make. Oh, and death. So there might be something that you're releasing to be able to come into this meeting of soul tribe members, but there might be something that you need to let go of for it to actually come into play. And because this is coming from the heart, and this is like, enough is enough. I've done enough of that story, and it's not serving me anymore. So a new choice has to be made here, and that's going to bring in this new energies where people are choosing as you are choosing, and it just naturally happens as a united field together. It's like if we came into a gathering of like-minded souls who wanted to create a similar home or something like that, or a similar way of living and that sort of thing as well. Even if it's just a partner or person coming in, or your partner, it's that there's something though that you've had to let go of to be able to recognize this. Yeah, I'll leave it there. I'm going to grab these other ones. You're welcome, Annie. Thank you. You're spot on. Yay. Okay, Christina G with a smiley love heart face. I always think, the emoji that's like that. I always go, are they praying or are they high-fiving? I never know. Like, is that a high five or a prayer? Or both, or whatever you want it to be. Okay, Christina G. Christina G. Christina G. Please. Christina G. Ooh. Just say ooh, and that's it. I'm a tease. I just want one more card to come out first. Okay, if another card will come out for me, please. For Christina G. And nothing is going to come out. Oh, just as I say that again. And then 3 cards fall out. Good on you. Well, you did want a story. Okay, so we've got the 10 of Cups in reverse. Can't remember if in the journal the 10 of Cups actually came out in reverse. Any case, the 10 of Cups in reverse. So this is something you're aspiring to. You really want it to happen. You want loyalty. You want to have that family dynamic coming in where there's lots of love shared by everybody, Sorry, I'm starting to have we want the world to sing. Sorry. Song coming in my head. Now to clarify, you had 3 cards that came out. You have the Wheel of Fortune. So something is moving here, but please don't hold on to past hurts. The 3 of Swords, past hurts, right? Something that stabbed you in the heart, and it could be quite difficult for you to transition, move in through this next cycle that you're coming into. And we've got the 2 of Cups. Again, different pack, right? But it is in reverse for you. So this is you believing in your choices, you believing in you. Because both of these cards were in reverse. So the 10 of Cups is having all those wishes granted, the love and everything coming in for you. And the 2 of Cups is the love and choices made based on the love of self. So this is a good month for you to look at what choices am I actually making from my heart, from who I really know, what I know I deserve, and me staying in line with that through my thinking, my thoughts, and not allowing my thoughts to overcome me from the past. Because the wheel is turning for you. You are moving through something, and it's going to keep on turning anyway. So you're going to have to move with it, or if you resist it, it will become quite awkward for you. So, and that'll be feeling like a heartache, I think, coming up for you. So yeah, that's for you. Yeah, good lesson there though. Hey, I like that. Much appreciated, Bobbie, and always on point. High five and blessings to you. But high five, okay. Right. What else have we got here? Sorry. I'm reading everybody else's chat bar messages. You had a distraction, Diana. You will have to watch it again. That's all right. Sky, let's go, Sky. Okay, Sky. Okay, we have one that's just kind of coming out. I do not want to take that on reverse for you, so that's really interesting. Don't usually do that. Okay, 9 of Cups has fallen out for you, and I'm feeling something to do with your emotions this month and riding with them, riding with your emotions. You've got this. You've got this, girl. Yeah, riding with your emotions. Allowing them just to flow. Being more authentically you when it comes to knowing what affects you and knowing what doesn't as well. So anything else for Sky? 2 of Cups in reverse. So interesting. Matters of the heart and the emotions. And new choices. Yeah, making new choices is a big one and choosing what thoughts we're going to think, right? keep on asking self, am I making this choice based on loving me, or am I making this choice based on too much emotions? Yeah. Or a victimized state. And they're showing me, I don't know why they're doing this, but they're showing me the spiral that's of this tail. It's kind of like a mechanism on this card, but they're bringing me to the awareness that it's like that torus field, or a nautilus shell going into the central point of source energy. And then they're showing me the spark that's going between these two cups. So no matter what choices you make, always come from the center, balanced mind within yourself, and that's where the spark will fly out. That, like, keep coming back to living in the moment, I think, and then you will have more forward movement coming based on your heart. You'll move forward based on your heart. Okay, guys. Yeah, I think I'll leave it there because my throat's feeling a bit dry, but don't forget, I have AMAKEL classes in Patreon and lots of really fun intuitive games, and I will be doing some lives with those Patreon members and stuff, so we will get into the GC later on. I'll probably start that after my move. I'll see what happens. Knowing me, I'll start it before. But it's going to end up, I'm going to end up with literally hundreds of games, so that you can choose all sorts of different ones. It's going to be fun. There's going to be lots of fun. And my team keeps coming up with more and more different ideas to do this, so that it keeps us all, inspired. And yeah, don't forget, I'm a one-on-one intuitive reader if you want to do that Zoom link. And I think that's all. I will see you on Tuesday with some more straight up channeling messages. My channel messages are becoming more and more powerful. I've noticed recently as we're moving along. Even one of them was taken down from YouTube because I was teaching people what's beyond the matrix and where we could go. That one was taken down. So I'm pretty sure that some of those messages will come back again, because you know what? It's still the truth. So love you guys heaps. Bye.